Hello everyone and welcome to another Tuesday Night Family Movie Reviews. Tonight I know a movie is the first time I watched. And I had bad things about this, but I don't know why. I found it a fun movie, but not for everyone. And this movie is Peter Rabbit from 2018. It's a runtime of 95 minutes. It's a adventure comedy, and it's based on the Beatrix Potter classic tale of a very rabbit trying to sneak into a farmer's vegetable garden. And Will Cook is the one who put on as director for the movie, with writers Robert Cook and for voice of Peter Rabbit is James Gordon. First saw Daisy as Mr. Toad, Donald Gleason as Mrs. Jeremy Fisher slash Mr. Thompson McGregor. Sarah, Mrs. Triggle Wiggle, Cohen Millie, Benjamin Bunny, Samuel, all Mr. McGregor, Margaret Robbie as Foxy, the narrator, Elizabeth Vicky as Moxie, Zachary Ridley, the Cottontail, Roseburn B slash Jimmy Lynn Pearl Doc. To the plot of the film, of this particular story. Would imagine based on a book by Beatrix Potter, Peter Rabbit, James Gordon, his three sisters, Foxy, Margaret Robbie, Moxie, Elizabeth, the Picky, and Cottontail, Daisy Ridley, and a cousin, Benjamin Corn Moody, enjoy their days harassing Mr. McGregor in his vegetable garden until one day he dies, and no one can stop him roaming across his house and lands for a whole day or so. However, when one of McGregor's relatives inherits the house and goes to check it out, he finds much more he bargained for. One choice is a battle of wills between the new Mr. McGregor and the rabbits. But when he starts to fall off Ruby Rayburn, his real love of all nature, his feeling towards them begin to change. But he gets too late. To my pros and cons, Stardust to me looks beautiful. I love the countryside of England, the city streets of London, and the overall setting. The CGI of the rabbit is very nice done with their fur and stuff. You know, when they're wet, they look wet, and everything about it looks so good. I actually like this story. The story is quite interesting. This is more for kids. I thought might have a few laughs with this, but make for the kids who might probably watch it for the animation. Good comic moments, you know, A lot of missions throughout the film. Quick lot of destruction and chaos. And the battle between the rabbit and Thomas McGregor, it's quite fun to watch. Cons. I found this movie was probably maybe a bit too long for small kids. Might drag on too long for the kids. And it's for a run time of 95 minutes. Kids might get bored. And the parents might not get fun time as much as the parents might. But I had a good time. I had a good laugh with this. I think I want to share my thoughts and see how much of a kid movie it is. I'm surprised that this movie is just a little bit, might get a little overboard with, the menacing of, Tommy McGregor, how he treats the rabbits. Picking up, the rabbits by the, by the bunny and by the ear and threatening to drown one and threatening to electrocute him. It kind of might be a little bit menacing. And might, young small children might find it unsettling, his character. Is this every type of character is? Kind of like his relative, his great grandpa, or uncle, I think it was. It was the same. Samuel character can be a little bit menacing as well. Harry threatened to cook one of the bunnies. And be played by, called Ray Byrne, came to the rescue many times. She can show the main person of the show love to the rabbits until the end of the movie. Until, the rabbit, Peter and his cousin visit, Tommy got the toy shop he worked at, convinced him to go back because Big leaving, and trying to convince her that it wasn't just him that called the girl, it was also Peter as well. Because she didn't believe all this, all that. She freaking saying they knew of it. So, the villain turned good in the end. So I guess that's a good thing. And the musical, I find it didn't fit it. Too American for an English movie. I found it didn't fit the movie. And the birds can be annoying. Because kids don't want to see singing. They're just going to get straight to the animation. Well, enough of that. Rewatchability and recommendation. I don't have kids, so they can take one time for me. When I recommend it to other family with kids, go for it. This movie can get a little bit menacing, and some scary scenes might upset some young children. And there is some potty humor as well. So you don't want young kids to hear the potty humor, waiting for them to get a little older until they understand it. And that's my grade, what I give these. For me, it's underrated. Had a good time. I liked the story I mentioned. I felt well written. I liked how everything looked. The animation's great. I love how the animal looks, look like real as possible, and how they blend it into the film's, backgrounds and stuff, and interacted with the other characters. They actually, communicate with them. Very well done. So I'll give it another turn. Okay, that's it for another Chicken Nut's favorite movie review. And this week was called Peter Rabbit from 2018. If you imagine seeing this review, this movie, I am lucky you thought. And if you got young children and have seen this movie, tell me what they thought of it in the comments. Let's have a discussion. Heading into the channel, comment, like, and subscribe. Until later on, I'll take care. All the best. Peace. Bye for now.